Greetings and welcome back to Victoria 2. We are kind of in between wars at this point. We're still waiting for infamy to drop to 14 before we can wage the next war against Sokoto. And we are making a lot of money. In the meantime, gonna take a look. Let's set it to speed 2, that should be fine. Let's take a look at our ranks. Now, I do know we are rank 74. But I have a score of 81. What I'm interested in is taking a look at where I would end up if I were to westernize. So, score of 81 would get me rank... Wow. Get me rank 13, 14-ish. So that's still secondary power, which is very awesome. My money is dropping. I presume that it's all to do with buying from the market and all that sort of stuff. Now, what was I gonna do? Is cotton. Since I was gonna build a factory, probably. No, actually that doesn't matter much. Factories and population, no, can't buy from your stockpile, unfortunately. Only your government can. There used to be a button for that a long time ago, in the beginning of this game. Now I don't know this from experience. I've been only playing this game for about a year or so, but I think in the beginning there used to be a button that allowed your population to also take from the stockpile. Now it's gone. Not sure what the reason is, but it's a bit unfortunate. But then again, it does make you make certain choices that you otherwise might not. So anyway. Yeah, we're in between wars. We are working towards the next reform. Shouldn't take that long anymore. We are going for a transportation system. This will increase the output of everything by quite a big margin. We'll be getting free railroads in all these states. So it's nice that I do have taken over this province as well, because it does belong to my capital state, which means that I'll be getting a free railroad in this place, despite the fact that otherwise I wouldn't be able to build one yet, because the jungle gives us -2 towards railroads. And for the rest of my empire, it's all flat land, so I can build railroads everywhere, which is excellent. And what we got here? Military access from Sokoto. Oh, hell no. It looks like they lost. They lost all of this. Now, these are not, except for Sokoto, the province of Sokoto, the rest is not that special, so I'm not worried. I'll be expanding over here anyway, so we should not be running into much issues. Let's continue. What was I gonna do? Well, I was basically saving money so that I can build railroads. Afterwards, I'm gonna be building forts. I don't need them just yet. It's still 12 years until the Europeans arrive. So what else am I doing? I guess we're also waiting for clergymen back here. Oh, that's right. He's got military access. That's fine by me. This state alone has more population than he has. Though he might be catching up now. 700,000, but that's interesting. We got Austria and the Ottomans losing against these guys apparently. Oh, Prussia is involved. That's all the German states. Oh yeah, Austria's getting annihilated here. Alright, so let's take a look at they got 5 brigades. This is Oyo reactionaries. I'm not sure where they're from. Probably Benin. I don't know, but it's not much of a problem. At this moment anyway. I still can't build any more troops. The amount of soldiers down here is probably fairly low. Let's take a look. Kano. Yeah, it's not even 1%, so we gotta work on that. I should be stimulated to become a soldier because of all the money that I'm giving them, but apparently they don't really care. I'm gonna drop the tariffs by another 5%. And I'm gonna untax these guys. It's only at £3, it really doesn't matter much. Now I guess the high tax for the poor does make it so that soldiers are not that much encouraged, but still. Not just for the heck of it, I'm gonna lower this to 95%. There. Can't say I've never done anything for the poor. We're still making money, so that's good. What else am I gonna do? We're still waiting for the research points. That's still gonna take a while. I'm gonna go back to speed 3, and we're actually gaining people now. That's great to see. And I got some more diplomacy points to spread around. All right. And we have a new upper house. I really would have liked to get that prime minister back. This is really slowing things down, but can't really do much about it. The only way to reduce your infamy is to release nations, which I'm not gonna do. Although, in the grand scheme of things, it might it might make me westernize faster, because if I were to decrease infamy by 5 points, let's take a look here. So, release nations, infamy -5. So if I were to release one of these small ones, I could shave off about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years from my conquest, from my next conquest, and seeing as every time I'd be conquering provinces, I'd be getting a whole bunch of research points. I think that's a little bit of a gamey way to get there, so I'm not gonna do it. What do we got? Oh. Well, we don't need this. We need the railroads. Because I want to hit 50%. Now, is there anything significant I can do in the meantime? I guess I could do some trading. So let's see. Oh, ammunition is very expensive, so I'm gonna not buy that. Artillery is cheap. Well, cheap-ish anyway. Let's buy another 100,000. That does cost me £6,000, but I can afford it. Let's confirm the trade. While it's cheap. Canned goods, canned food. Let's get some more. Alright. What else is there? It's really only useful to buy things that your government might need, or things that you need to build. So let's take a look at cement and steel as well. It's still fairly cheap, so we're gonna up this to 500, and we're gonna do the same with steel. It's pretty cheap. And we're over 4 points of research now. That's good. The state probably still has a very low amount of clergymen. Let's see, what is this called? Biafra. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, 1%. Well, it's not that bad. And how's Kano doing? 1.2, soldiers still under 1%. Oh well. Yeah, it's staying at about 10,000 points, but we should be getting that. Yeah, let's do another calculation. So 4 points per month. No, wait, per day. Otherwise it would be pretty slow. 365 days, that's almost 1,500 points, so that's not bad. Means we got about 2 more years until we can build railroads. Oh, less actually. 1.5 years, so that's good. And after that, things will start snowballing. With that 50% knocked off, we'll be getting even more points. So, and once I get another conquest going, it's going so damn slow. I hate it, but that'll be good. This is 5 states, 5 provinces. So that should get me another, I don't know, 4 or 5,000 points. It's gonna be more actually now because this number has gone up. Maybe almost 6,000 by then. That's almost another reform. That's gonna be interesting. So as I said, things will start to snowball. My initial aim was 1880 for the westernization. I think it might be a little earlier, which is good, because I'll have a lot of catching up to do. I will be focusing on army. I will be neglecting the navy, because you only really need the navy if you want to go overseas, which makes sense, and I'm not exactly going to be doing that. I want to focus on the army so that I at least have one decent military component that can stand up against the Western armies, and for the rest I'm going to need a bunch of stuff. Culture, I'll still need all the educational stuff, but this one, for example, national focus, I think I can sort of neglect, but there's still quite a few, as you can see, quite a bunch of inventions, but these are all pretty cheap now. These initial research things, as you can see, 3,000 points, because it's way behind on time. So that's good. That means that at least you can sort of catch up with certain things, but not everything. Do we have any more brigades? I think we can build another one now. In John Brown's last raid. Wait, the Union. Does this mean we got civil war going? No, not yet. I forgot when the civil war starts, if it starts. Is that like 1860 or 1870? I'm not too good with American history. Let's take a quick look at Europe. Looks like things are fairly stable. Oh, well, except for the fact that we have Austria-Hungary now. Hungary, sorry, I butchered that name once again, but it's very interesting. They should be even more powerful now, I think. Let's take a look at the great powers. The US is actually dropping quite a bit. They used to be power number 3. They actually have very little points, I seem to see. Prussia seems to be very strong. They could even get the number 1 spot. Mainly because of their... well, I don't know. It's not their military. They are at war, apparently. They are really have mobilized, so... Prussia against Denmark. Well, that's not gonna go well. For Denmark, anyway. Are we there yet? Almost. Population still going up. 8 brigades. But these should all be irregulars, so really not much of an issue. Especially if they spawn in this area right here. I got plenty of people to crush them. If they spawn back here, I might have a bigger issue, but I still got military access with Calabar, so at least I should have. I think I do. Let's take a look. Yeah, I got access, so it's fine. Still, I need these states and I need this state. so that I can at least connect everything properly. So yeah, I know, not much to do at this point. It's sort of the bad side of being a primitive nation. You kind of have to wait things out until you can either conquer something or until you can westernize. But we'll be there soon. 10 more years for the scramble of Africa. Preacher man. Consciousness. No, we don't want to kill clergymen. Let's get some consciousness. This is probably gonna be quite a bit. Well, no. Fair enough. Celebration in Ife. Appease the masses. Lose militancy and consciousness. And olive oil. Or gain more prestige. Well, I'm gonna go with this. That might also... Yeah, there we go. I got no more brigades, so that's safe. It only cost me basically 4 prestige, which is totally acceptable. I probably have quite a bit. Yeah, I'm ranked 14 when it comes to prestige. That's pretty nice. Almost. We could get all of this, which would get me even more points when conquering, but problem is that this is only 10%, which would mean that I don't have 50%, so I wouldn't be able to get this decision. Right. Yeah, I was gonna check the military, I think. Aruchukwa, whatever, I think it's up north, so let's build one. No, apparently it's back here. Alright, never mind. Now, which army is which? I sort of forgot about that. Okay, so this is still the army from this state, except for the Aruchuk... this one. This is from this state, but oh well, never mind. It's probably gonna be mixed up for now, but... And we got another crisis going on, and it's gone. I'm gonna do some more trading. Let's get some more steel. Okay. What do we got? Discriminatory school system. Mitigated policies. Where is this? All pops in Kano. Is this the state? I think it is. I will gain a research point from this. Or I will lose... Well, I don't want to lose research points. There we go. Socialists. Wonderful. Yeah, I was gonna buy stuff. Let's confirm the trade. Same thing with cement. It is going up in price, but it's still acceptable. Let's confirm the trade. And it was paused, so not much was happening. And we're almost there. We finally have railroads, and then we start construction. Well, not everywhere. It's gonna cost me a little bit too much, but... Actually, no, it's pretty cheap. Only 3,000 for a railroad, so yes, we will have railroads everywhere. That'll be good. That'll boost my economy even more. And that means I have even more money, which means I'll be able to build forts afterwards. I'm probably gonna be the only African nation with forts. Maybe with the exception of Ethiopia on the other side. Let's take a look. No, I don't see any forts. Let's take a look. Ethiopia. They have 1 army tech. And we got more. No, okay. I was just reading it wrong. Okay, we're about to get there. Looks like these guys don't have enough people. Oh well, I'm gonna leave them there anyway. Reforms. Yes, let's pause. Let's get the improved railroad. Excellent. Now we do have railroads here. All for free, which is great. And we do get the decision. We only get to get this one, but I didn't even want this one. This does, as you can see, on the 5th row, research points modifier minus 10%. And the reason why I take this reform is to get more research points. So I think loyalty is better than this one. And what do I need for this anyway? Oh yeah, you need reactionary, but we don't want to do that. Let's get loyalty. Excellent. Alright. And now as you can see we get quite a bit more points. So the snowball is going. And we get more money. And let's start construction of railroads. Let's start with this place. Because these are rich lands. It's barely gonna cost me anything, 12,000. But it is gonna take away goods from my stockpile, so the stockpile will have to repurchase. But that's okay. Upper house rearranged. Let's take a look at the stockpile. We used a bunch of timber, we used a bunch of steel. It is already purchasing it again, so that's good. So yeah, that's great. And we're up to 71 now. I wonder if... no, Japan... China is still... I guess some state here got absorbed by another state. Also, surprisingly, I haven't been brought into the sphere of influence of anyone yet. I would have thought that I would be a good choice. What do we got? Call ally from Ashanti. What's your problem? You are at war with UK. Well, no. Screw that. I'm not gonna fight against the British. I don't even need this guy anymore. I needed him early on to make sure that I have someone to back me up in a war against Dakota, but that's not much of a problem anymore. At this point, allies are a liability. So I got more points. I'm gonna bump some more into UK, bump some more into France, and maybe Spain, because they are close by. You're still rank 5. Okay. And we're almost down to 14, so soon enough we'll be able to conquer these lands. How much does he have left? 0 brigades. Well, that's interesting. I think partly because everything he has left is low population. Yeah, how much does he have left? 400,000, but they're all spread out. As you can see, 20,000, 16,000. This one is still a big state. 11,000, 80,000, 9,000. Yes, so I think the only province that can actually make a brigade is this one, if it had enough soldiers, but it doesn't. So yeah, he's very weak. I'll be eating this up slowly. I want this state because it's a big one. And new ideas. We must strive to advance or reject. Well, I don't want to lose points. The aristocrats are going to get more reactionary. That's totally fine by me. We do got a lot of militancy going on. That's not great. But that's the cost of progress. I'm just going to leave these guys as it is. It's only a couple of people. And I think the confusion does add a bunch of militancy, so once that is gone, it might drop a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rely on some events to drop my militancy. I think we can make some more troops. Kuka is up north, I think. Yes, it is. I'm gonna make some soldiers there. Cavalry. Speaking of cavalry, are these guys still alive back here? Yeah, looks like it's okay. Got 52 newspapers. What do we got? Revolution in Tuscany. Prices collapse. Italy expands. Oh, well, speaking of expanding, let's build some more railroads. Whoa, I suddenly made like 2,000 pounds on that day. That was odd. It still takes a while before they're built. We're 8.5 years away from the scramble of Africa, so it's getting rather close now. I'll be able to get this place before then, and maybe another state. Oh well, actually I won't be able to take this. This is his capital, so let's take a look. Region map mode, so I would be able to take over this. This is still 3 provinces. So yeah, we'll aim for this one, and then this one. Then all Sokoto has left is these 2 provinces, which is not much of an issue. I'll be taking that over eventually. Preacher Man. Gain consciousness. Crap. Well, minus 2% clergymen, but that's minus 2% of their total, so that's honestly not much. Let's take a quick look. So we are in Hadejja. Where the hell is Hadejja? Well, I don't know my country as good as I had wished. My country in the game, I mean. But oh, it is in Kano. Okay. Hadejja. You are... Oh, well, that's why it was obscured by this army. So this is a very low population. Well, no, 100,000. Okay, never mind. No, wait, I wanted to see what it would drop to. So Hadejja has 1.1% clergymen. Let's kill some clergymen. And it's still at 1.1%, so 2% of a low percentage doesn't really make that much of a difference. Right, anyway, I'm gonna be ending the episode right here, so thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.